Okay, what's going on, guys? Today we were talking about leads. If you have a service business, the lifeblood of your business is leads, people that are interested, giving you their information. Okay, there's a lot of people that define leads in different ways. Well, just for clarity, I'll define it for you. It's when someone gives you their name, phone number, and email, and says they're interested in coming in for your service. Okay, a lead is not a click to your website. A lead is not someone that just gives you their email for your newsletter. A lead is someone who has intent and wants to come in, okay, and fills out a form, gives you their information. Now, leads are the lifeblood of your service business. Leads turn into appointments, and then they turn into sales. So the biggest problem that I've seen, I've worked with local businesses for the last 7 years, worked with over 200 local businesses and help them grow and help them get more people in the door. And the biggest problem consistently is a lack of leads, right? They don't have a pipeline that is full. They are always relying on word of mouth. They don't have a predictable way to get new leads coming in. And it really does hurt the business, especially in the beginning stage of a business from 0 to 1 million. It's very hard for a business to get there without a consistent way to get people's information. Okay. So today we're going to talk about leads. I'm going to give you a framework that we've developed that's really helped all of the people that I've shown this to go from no leads to now having a full pipeline all the time. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you and we're going to dive right in. Okay. So the framework that I am talking about that we have developed is called the buyer's circle. And these are 3 different categories of buyers. And basically, when someone is shopping for something and they're looking for something, they will go through all 3 of these categories. They will go through all 3 of these stages. Okay. Now, it's your job to understand these 3 stages and understand that you can get in front of them in all 3 of these stages. And you should be getting in front of these people in all 3 of these stages. Now, let me walk you through the 3 stages, and then I'm going to tell you how you can utilize this to get more leads for your business. Okay. So the first stage is strangers. Everyone starts as a stranger. They don't know you yet, right? And they might not even be familiar with your service that you offer. Okay. Strangers are the hardest difficulty to sell because they don't know you yet and they don't trust you yet, and they're not familiar with your service yet. But they are the biggest market, and this is where you can get to people first, right? If someone hasn't been looking for something yet, you can get to them before your competitors get to them. So strangers, very important category of buyers. Now, the second category of buyers is searchers. So let's say you sell a service that helps people with knee pain. Okay. You have a deep tissue laser, and it's laser therapy, and it helps people, relieve their pain in their knees. So let's say I'm the buyer. I have knee pain. Okay. I'm dealing with knee pain. I'm not looking for anything. I'm a stranger. Now, one morning I wake up and my knee pain is so bad and it's killing me. And I'm like, okay, I gotta find something to do to help with this. I go from a stranger to a searcher. Now I'm looking for a solution. I'm looking for a service that can help me. So I start going on Google, I start looking at all the options, right? Searchers are those people. That is when I am a searcher. That is when I am in that category. These are medium difficulty to sell because they still don't know who you are specifically. So there's no level of trust there, but they are a little easier than the strangers to sell because they have more intent, right? And they probably are a little more familiar with the service because they've been researching it. Okay, so that's category 2. Category 3 of the buyer circle is what we would call subscribers. So eventually this buyer is going to subscribe, whether it's to you or it's to your competitor. They're going to subscribe to someone's list, or they're going to fill out a form, or they're going to call a business, and they're going to become a subscriber. All right. Now, these are people who have heard of you and your service before. So they know you already. They're probably on your list. Or they know your competitor already, they're on their list, right? Doesn't matter. These are the easiest to sell because there's already a level of trust, but it's the smallest market. And eventually it caps out, right? You're capped out by your current connections, right? You can only grow as far as your current connections are, right? And so many local businesses just rely on what we would call subscribers. They just rely on the people that already know them and trust them to send them referrals, right? Majority of local businesses do this, where they just say they are growing through word of mouth. And that's the only thing that they're growing through is word of mouth. And word of mouth is great. It's very effective, but it's not predictable. It's very hard to predict, and it's not very scalable either. So you can't just rely on subscribers. You want to use all three of these categories of buyers and tap into each one of the categories. Now, what do you want to do with this information? What I recommend people do is build their systems around strangers, because strangers are the hardest to sell. So if you can convert them, you can convert anyone. All right. And this will allow you to predictably scale your business. What does this actually look like? Now, first thing, if you want to structure for strangers, if you want to build your system for strangers, the first thing is you need a trackable system. You really need to track the sales process, because they're hard to sell. They're not the easiest people to sell. They're cold. It's cold traffic, right? So you're only going to have a short impulse window. When someone becomes a lead, right? You don't have much time. If they become a lead and they don't know you and they filled out a form online, you have to get in touch with them quickly, promptly, and you have to track everything that happens with that lead. Okay. So what gets measured gets managed is the first rule when you're trying to structure for strangers. What gets measured gets managed. It's one of my favorite quotes in business because it's so true. All right. Do you know your lead cost? Right. That's a good question for you. Do you know your lead cost right now? If you don't, that's a problem. You should know, how much do you pay to get someone's information, right? Big thing to know as a business owner. Second thing, do you know your conversion rate? Okay. Do you know how many of the leads that we get convert into sales, into new clients? That's a very important number to know as well, right? Because if you take those two numbers, you can figure out how much you pay, what your acquisition cost is, how much you pay to get a new client. And if you understand how much you pay to get a new client, you can scale the business, and it becomes a lot more predictable to grow the business, right? So the first thing to structure for strangers is you need to track your sales process. Okay. Measure everything. What gets measured gets managed. Now, second thing is you need to use offers. All right. You need to have some sort of bait. I want you to view, if we go back and look at this, I want you to view this like it's an ocean. Okay. And these are the buyers in the ocean. The buyers are the fish swimming around in the ocean. Now, if you were to go fishing, are you just going to throw a hook out into the ocean and hope that a fish swims into the hook? It might happen, right? You might get a couple dumb fish that just like to swim into hooks, but you're going to catch less fish, right? So what do you want to do? You want to use bait. You want to put some bait on the hook, throw it out there, and go fishing, right? So what is bait? Bait is an offer. It's some sort of offer that it seems irresistible. It seems like you're giving them something that it gets them interested. It gets them motivated enough to want to come in or to want to give you their information at least, right? So you need to have an offer, because if you think about it, the strangers, they don't trust you yet. They do not trust you yet, right? So if they don't trust you yet, you need to do something to fill that trust gap. Now, the best way to do that we found is just give them an offer. It's the easiest way to do it. Create an offer that makes sense for you and your business. And I'm going to have a whole nother video on offer structure and offer creation. You guys can check that out. But create an offer that's compelling enough to get people to take action. And it will change your life. It'll change your business. Okay. So use offers. So 2 things to structure for strangers. 1, track the sales process. 2, use offers. If you do those 2 things, when someone's not even looking, right? They're not looking to buy anything, and they see this amazing, compelling offer, and you grab their attention with it. Now, all of a sudden, they're looking. Now, all of a sudden, they're interested. And now you can tap into strangers. And if you do these 2 things, not only can you tap into strangers, but you're going to convert more searchers and more subscribers. Okay, cool. So now, tactically, what does this look like? These are the 3 different categories of buyers. And this is how you're going to get in touch with them. This is how you're going to get leads from them. Utilizing different strategies in each one of the 3 categories, right? And making sure that you at least have one strong strategy, at least one in each category. That's what I like to do. Okay. And you can grow with just one in each category. Okay. So stranger strategies revolve around what we would call interruption-based marketing. So people are not looking for something at this point in time, right? So they're not looking, they're not searching yet. So you need to interrupt. You need to get in front of them. You need to grab their attention. Okay. So you need to, how do you do that? You go to a platform where they're not searching, right? So most of the interruption-based marketing strategies are Facebook ads, Instagram ads, YouTube ads, TikTok ads. These are where people, these are platforms where people are just kind of scrolling, right? They're not actually searching for your service. So if they're just scrolling, you can get in front of them, grab their attention, and you can say, hey, do you have knee pain? We have this amazing offer that can help you with your knee pain. Now you grab the attention of a stranger. Now they're interested. Now you get to them before your competitor gets to them. Okay, cool. So that is how you're going to get in front of strangers. So have one really strong interruption-based marketing strategy. That's going to help you get in front of strangers. Searcher strategies revolve around intent-based marketing. So you have interruption-based marketing, where you're interrupting. This is intent-based, okay? Intent-based marketing is where someone has intent. They're searching. So this is making sure your website is optimized, making sure your website is showing up high on Google, making sure your website and your Google listing have good reviews, making sure that your website is optimized for conversions. This is something that people don't talk a lot about, but making sure that you have an offer on your website, right? Whatever your offer is, maybe you have an intro offer that gives people a 50% off their first session on your website that grabs their information. Hey, get this intro offer. Give us your name, number, email. Now, all of a sudden, the traffic that's going to your website is giving you their information. Now you're getting leads from your website. Super, super important. Okay. So searcher strategies are intent-based. Stranger strategies are interruption-based. You want to use both. Okay. And now subscriber strategies. This is where most of the low-hanging fruit is. A lot of people don't utilize their subscribers. They don't use their list. All right. And there's so much low-hanging fruit here. We find it all the time where like people will think they had nothing in their list. Okay. And we'll send out a campaign to the list and bring in a ton of revenue. And their mind is blown. They're like, oh my gosh, I was just sitting on this list. I was sitting on a gold mine because I didn't use it. Okay. So subscriber strategies are going to your list and utilizing your list. Your list it's literally the value of your company. Your list, your customer database and your list of leads is the value of your company. Okay. So use it. Make sure you're using it. Okay. And the best way to do this is with text and email campaigns to your list. Okay. I like text right now. Text has been working so great for the last 2 years, and it's been working and outperforming email a lot in terms of local business using of the list, right? And you can get creative with this, right? You can do birthday campaigns. You can send people your list text on their birthday, giving them an offer. And the cool way to do this would be, hey, John, happy birthday. Hope all is well. I wanted to give you 50% off whatever the service is that you're doing for your birthday. And if you want, you can even bring in a friend with you. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, you're getting him coming back in, and you could get a potential referral and a potential new client from your old client by just wishing him a happy birthday. And you made him feel good because you wished him a happy birthday. So that's just one example of a type of campaign or a type of thing that you can send to your list. And so many people are not utilizing their list in an efficient way. Okay, so this is the framework. These are the 3 different categories of buyers. It's called the buyer's circle. And if you're ever struggling with leads, just think of this framework. Okay, think of the 3 different sections of buyers and say, are we fully utilizing our subscribers right now? Yes, no. Have we sent out text campaigns? Have we sent out email campaigns? Are we using it the right way? Okay, we are. Check that box. Are we fully utilizing searchers right now? Right? When people come to our website, are they converting? Is our website getting us leads? Yes, no. Is our website showing up good on Google? Yes, no. Does our website have good 5-star reviews on Google? Yes, no. Go through this checklist, right? All right. And then strangers. Do we have a strategy that's tapping into people and grabbing their attention before our competitors are? Yes, no. Are we utilizing it efficiently? Are we getting a good lead cost with our Facebook ads? Are we getting leads with our Facebook ads? And use this framework because it's going to help you make sure that you're always tapping into the 3 different categories of buyers. All right, guys. Awesome. Hopefully this was useful for you. It really does help us and our clients all the time. And I will talk to you in another video. Thank you so much for your time.